All right, guys. So the super woke revolutionaries, the progressives on the left, were pissed. Okay, they were pissed over the last few days because there is a leak. Okay, somebody hacked into the IRS and revealed that Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, and other rich billionaires, including George Soros and Warren Buffett, pay either very little or no federal income taxes. Okay, and this, again, like I said, made the woke revolutionaries super upset because, they're all about taking somebody else's money and redistributing it to other people. Okay, that's what they're about. And when they see that the people that are rich are doing what the government allows them to do, which is hide their money, right, and avoid paying taxes, they get pissed. Okay, they get pissed, right? So it turns out that this honestly could be a part of some propaganda here, right? There could be more to what meets the eye. So let's read a little bit more here about those sneaky billionaires that are avoiding the government stealing money from them. Billionaires including Amazon founder Jeff Bezos, Tesla co-founder Elon Musk, and media titan Michael Bloomberg have avoided paying federal income tax in some years, according to a report from ProPublica, which cited a trove of Internal Revenue Service data. Warren Buffett, the chief executive and chairman of Berkshire Hathaway, has avoided the most tax, according to the ProPublica trove, paying a tax rate of 0.1% on the $24.3 billion in wealth he accumulated between 2014 and 2018. Whew. Taxes are assessed on income rather than wealth, it should be noted. That is a good point because the woke revolutionaries are ignorant about financial literacy. They don't understand the difference between income and net worth. Okay, net worth is the accumulation of all your assets minus your liabilities, right? Net income is the amount of money that you actually take in. Okay, those two things are not the same, right? Rich people accumulate wealth, right? Income is different than that. The woke revolutionaries, they want to see a headline that Jeff Bezos is worth over $100 billion, and they automatically think, oh, Jeff Bezos has $100 billion, take it away from him. And guys, listen, I'm not defending Jeff Bezos or really defending these billionaires. I'm just talking about how ridiculous the woke revolutionaries are when it comes to stuff. ProPublica said it's not disclosing how it obtained the data, which was given to it in raw form. It is illegal for the IRS to give out the personal returns of any individual. ProPublica says it has the tax returns of thousands of the nation's wealthiest people covering more than 15 years. The report said it reached out to any individual's name in the story, and the ones willing to comment all pointed out that they paid taxes that were due. George Soros, the billionaire investor, said he didn't pay any taxes in years in which he lost money on his investments. Again, totally allowed, right? This is what is allowed by the government, right? And they're taking advantage of it like smart people do. Okay, you got to be smart to accumulate that much wealth. And a smart person does not give their money to the government. Okay, what they give as little of it as they can as possible. All right, so allegedly, again, like I told you guys, there's a lot more to this, right? There is some propaganda behind this because allegedly, according to the Wall Street Journal, the leaker of the IRS data to ProPublica wants Democrats to hike taxes. The Wall Street Journal editorial board argued the leaker of IRS data containing tax return information on many of America's wealthiest individuals wants to serve the left's agenda on tax legislation. In a Tuesday editorial, the board wrote the leaker to ProPublica sought to influence the debate over taxes in Congress and to coincide with the left wing of the Democrat Party's push for increased taxes on the wealthy, including the implementation of a wealth tax. Again, nobody can ever explain to me how in the hell do you tax wealth? If a majority of Jeff Bezos' wealth and Elon Musk's wealth comes from equity ownership in their respective companies, are you going to make them sell shares of their company, right? Do you understand that making them sell shares of their company to pay taxes, that is, first of all, a very complicated process, okay? It's not something they can just do overnight. And two, that has an effect on the shareholders of those companies, okay? And essentially, if it has an effect on the shareholders of those companies, it's going to have a negative effect on the broader market in general, in which a lot of people's retirements are invested in the broader market. A lot of people's retirement are invested in mutual funds and index funds. Okay. These liberals, man, they don't think about the consequences to the things that they advocate for. I don't understand the wealth tax thing. I really don't. The ProPublica story is a long argument that somehow the rich don't pay enough. The timing here is no coincidence, comrade, the board wrote. Someone at the IRS or someone who hacked the IRS leaked the documents to influence the debate in Congress. Senator Ron Wyden, Democrat from Oregon, chair of the Senate Finance Committee, opened his Tuesday committee hearing by mentioning the data dump the same day the ProPublica article was published. Quote, right on time, the board wrote, noting Wyden stated commitment to coming up with a proposal to make sure the rich are paying their fair share. The board also noted there is no evidence of illegality in the published data, and that ProPublica was attempting to manufacture a scandal by calculating a true tax rate by comparing gains and wealth versus the amount of income tax paid. Again, taking advantage of liberal ignorance. Taking advantage of liberal ignorance. ProPublica. Okay. See, and they try to tell you that liberal media is trustworthy, right? That you should trust it. When, again, they know that their majority of their audience is ignorant, right? Unlike conservative audiences. And they take advantage of that, right? They play out people's emotions. Quote, but wealth and income are different, and what Americans pay in tax on income is not wealth, the board wrote. But explaining the preferential tax rates for capital gains and dividends has been long supported by bipartisan majorities. Quote, this has changed as the left has risen in the Democrat Party, and Senator Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders ran for president, calling for a new tax on wealth. It continued. The political point is that Ms. Warren and Mr. Sanders lost. Mr. Biden didn't run on a wealth tax. He was smart not to do that. Quote, this still leaves the real scandal, which is that someone leaked confidential IRS information about individuals to serve a political agenda, the board wrote. This is also the same IRS that Democrats now want to infuse with $80 billion more to chase a fanciful amount of uncollected taxes. As a part of this effort, Mr. Biden wants the IRS to collect gross inflows and outflows on all businesses and personal accounts from financial institutions. Why? So the information can be leaked to ProPublica. Ding, 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 ding. I love the Wall Street Journal, guys. It really is my favorite website. It really is. It really is. And for reasons like this, okay? This is alleged, but I actually do believe the Wall Street Journal. I think that these leaks happen for a reason. Right now, Joe Biden has basically said he's not negotiating with the Republicans anymore on infrastructure. That's now something that's being done in Congress, okay? And who knows? I mean, he may go at it alone with the progressives. Who knows? I don't know. But a part of Biden's proposal is increasing taxes. And guys, the problem is not the tax rates. Okay? Biden talks big game on increasing the tax rates to try to tax the rich. But tax rates are not the problem. The problem are the deductions and what is legally allowed for these individuals to write off in regards to their businesses. That's the problem. Okay? So if you really want to solve the problem, then you would close up the loopholes. You wouldn't raise tax rates on the whole country. Okay? You wouldn't raise tax rates. That's not how you solve the issue, because the rates are not the problem. Right? There's a difference between the effective rate and the marginal rate, right? The effective rate is what people actually end up paying. Okay, that's the effective rate. Top line rate doesn't really mean anything. That's just what it is on paper. So with that being said, like I said, again, these leftists always want to complain about the rich not paying their fair share, but they never ever want to talk about, I don't know, maybe instituting a flat tax. Okay, maybe instituting a type of tax system where nobody can get away with this type of stuff, right? They never want to talk about that. Okay, now, to Biden's credit, he has floated like a 15% alternative minimum tax or something like that, right? But at the same time, like I said, when it comes to individuals, right? Like, in my opinion, this is why I'm so concerned about Biden's tax proposals. Because again, on paper, he's saying he wants to tax the rich, but at the same time, this stuff always ends up affecting the middle class, because really that's the only way they'll be able to pay for a lot of the stuff that the progressives want. They can't pay for it by just taxing the rich. They literally are going to have to tax the whole country. That's why he's trying to beef up the IRS. The people that are going to be affected the most by that are not the rich, not the people that can pay their accountants to finesse the IRS. It's the people that can't pay their accountants to finesse the IRS. Those are the people that's going to hurt the most. But he'll go out there and say, oh, no, I'm not raising taxes on middle class. I'm not doing that. And it's a total lie. It's a total lie. It's a sham. And he's trying to bamboozle the American citizens because he thinks that we're ignorant. I'm not fooled by it. I've never been fooled by it. And like I said, I do believe that this probably is political to a certain extent. Stuff like this always is, just like when they leaked Trump's tax returns, right? Or, leaked information from his tax returns to the New York Times. All this stuff is political, man. But let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.